Hey, we need to stop feeding our past because our past has nothing to do with where we're going in the future. It does play a little role in understanding of who we are and how we develop into who we are because your psychology is created by your past experiences and your knowledge. That's what creates your psychology. But many of us, and that should be the same way, we constantly blame ourselves for our mistakes in the past. We constantly thinking about what we could have done better, which is cool to do that for a moment. Everything has its time and place. So if we constantly keep feeding our past, there's no way we can prepare to the future. For a long time, I was trying to find redemption. And just to share a little bit about myself, my name is King Kevin Dorival. And when I was in college, I was fighting to break the generational curse of no one graduating college, no one actually achieving a higher education other than high school. So I wanted to become the first person in my family to graduate college. I wanted to be the first person to write a book. I wanted to be the first person to become a film producer, a film director. I wanted to be the first person to, start a business. I did all of that. I wanted to be one of my biggest goals was becoming the first person to actually create something so big and magnificent within my community that I would leave a lasting legacy of something positive. The issue within our community, the black community, is that we have so many negative components, so many negative aspects about our neighborhoods. Trust me, I grew up there. I wasn't always college educated. I wasn't always an entrepreneur, at least in the legal sense. And many of us, we feel as if the only options we have is to sell drugs illegally or to sell our bodies, to sleep with this person to show them that we love them, or to do this to hit someone, to abuse someone, to show them that we love them. We have this love from hate thing that we think is true love. Someone beating us and abusing us verbally, physically, and sexually is some sort of form of love, and it's not. It's a twisted mindset, and they keep us locked in that past. And the only way you're gonna get away from that past and creating this future that you know is in you. You know God has better for you. You know you have greatness within you. Only way you're going to do that is by feeding your future, planting seeds into your future, speaking of blessings over yourself and over your current situation. Do not sit there quietly. Do not sit there in the corner in the dark, dreaming and screaming inside internally about what you want to take place or how you wish things will happen. Speak those things. If there's anything else outside of faith, the one weapon you do have is the voice of power. Some people call it power words, but the voice of power. You have the power to speak your life into existence, the life that you want. I did that personally, so I know it's true. Right now I'm in the office of a Fortune 500 company, one of the many, probably 100 offices within this building up here in Atlanta. And trust me, y'all know this company. You probably paying your bill every month to them. But for me to get here, it took a lot for me to actually obtain this level of success in the corporate America. And once upon a time, I felt as if it was impossible. Why? Because I was hanging around people that always told me I couldn't do this, couldn't do that, including family members. Some even friends who thought they were just motivating me to do something different or something that they seen for me to do, but that wasn't in the will of God for me or what I seen in my own two eyes and what I had within my brain. You see, we have over 200 billion brain cells. Some people say 400 billion. Who knows? I don't even know how to calculate all of that. But each and one of these brain cells have the power to record, that the power to create a world around you that you speak in, what you think on. So if you're constantly dwelling on the past, thinking about the past hurts, the financial mistakes, the broken relationships, the disappointments, the failures, we are feeding those plants. We're feeding those weeds instead of feeding the roses and the coconut trees and the mango trees, the banana trees, things that actually nourishes us and that we're actually looking forward to having, the avocado trees. We're feeding the weeds, the things the very things that choke us, to choke the life out of us, that stops us from growing and glowing. That's what love does. So if you know what your passion is, and if you know what you really want to do in life, feed those passions, especially when they are benefiting other people. Because if one thing I want to make sure that I say, and thank God, and I forget to say this. One of the biggest tools that I used to graduate college, write my 2 books, my 2 films, to start my nonprofit, Courage to Believe International, and various other things. The only way I was able to do that was by giving to someone else. Booker T. Washington once said, if you want to be lifted up, lift someone else up. And I lived that to the fullest. When I read that in a book back in 2012, this book was published, post-slavery days, post-Civil War. Booker T. Washington was one of the biggest educators in the entire world. He was a true grinder. He built Tuskegee Institute from the ground up. He built that with organizational skills, people who were speaking blessings over him, speaking blessings over the vision, speaking blessings over the students and the teachers who was there. Everybody put their hands to the plow. But the problem that we have is that we have so many friends who we think are there for us, who we think is there to benefit us. They're not there to benefit us. They're not there to help us. They're there to destroy us, to destroy the dreams that we have for ourselves, what God placed us on earth to do. So no matter what it looks like, and you want to accomplish something, and let's say it's anything. It could be, writing a book, or it could be owning a corporate building. Hang around people who will speak that over you, who believe in you enough not only to tell you that, but also invest in you with their time, money, and energy to make sure they see you accomplish that. There's a movie called Lord of the Rings. And I've watched maybe 1 or 2 of them, but believe it or not, one of them that I watched, I was actually in a place that I did want to be. I was actually incarcerated when I actually watched this movie when I was 21 years old. I'm 39 now. But when I watched this movie, there was the main guy, whatever his name is, his friend was helping him throughout the whole journey. And there's one time where there was no food left. So the guy told his friend, which is the main actor, this little skinny boy, with the long ears, pointed nose that's in the movie. You guys, the fans, you know what I'm talking about. When there was no food left, and he was like, go ahead, you can have this. He was like, no, you have to eat it, because if I die, I die. I know you miss me. I know you love me. But if you die, the whole vision, the whole mission is null and void. It's all for nothing. Everyone has died for nothing. So he understood that his friend had to make it, no matter the cost, even if it cost him his own life. We need friends like that who are dedicated enough to support us, because they see the vision. So when your vision is going to be a blessing to benefit many other people, trust me, God's going to put you on a flight to acceleration, flight to true love. Those past hurts you had in the past, those people who thought that they were getting over on you because they used you and abused you, and years later, when they notice that they're going to hear about you, or they're going to see you on social media, someone's going to say something, and see that you're blessed, you're prosperous, you're highly favored. You're reaching a level of prosperity they'll never reach. So we have to change our mindset so we can reach another level, another dimension, another plateau. We have to change our mindsets. Everything happens within our minds. Harriet Tubman once said that I could have freed thousands or more of my brothers and sisters, but only if they knew they were slaves, and they didn't know they were slaves, so she couldn't help them. Matter of fact, she said she had to have a shotgun. It was so serious, she had to have a shotgun for any of them who wanted to run back to the plantations and snitch on the rest. She was willing to kill them on the spot. And who knows, maybe she did shoot a couple of them. That's, off the record. But you have to be that determined. The Honorable Marcus Garvey once said, and those of you who don't know who Marcus Garvey is, look him up. And he always spoke very, very highly of himself and of black people. And he said that, one, without confidence, you're twice defeated. But with confidence, you already won before you even begun. That's powerful. It all starts off in the mind. Even the Bible talks about renewing your mindset. That God didn't give us a spirit of fear, a spirit of timidness, but of strength and a sound mind. Have a sound mind meaning that you're not double-minded. You're not here one day, there the other. And a lot of us, if we want to be truthful about it, we allow our mindsets to control our moods. And so we project that negative energy into the world, even though we're not even trying to be negative. If you ever catch yourself being dark and having your house always dark, the curtains always down, and you always wearing black colors, dark colors, and never wearing anything light colors. See this shirt I got on? It's kind of funny, but it says, no one remembers the hashtag, you know. But it's a funny shirt that I bought many years ago from a young lady at a festival in Fort Lauderdale. But if you ever find yourself always in just thinking about darkness and just being sad and moody and all that stuff, listen, flip the colors that you have on. Flip the switch. All right? Flip the switch in your minds, flip the switch in your attitudes, flip the switch and just the way you see things. If it doesn't look the way you want it to look, be like, I know I'm highly favored. I may not have got the opportunity today. The doors may have been closed today, but tomorrow it'll be open. And say that, I don't care if it's 10, 20 years. You keep saying that. Because your mouth and your words, the power of your voice, the words you speak into the universe, they have power. You got to believe in yourself. That's why I call my first book The Courage to Believe. Because at the time, I didn't believe in myself. My mom asked me, Kev, do you love yourself? You know, I remember sitting down in the living room, my eyes were bloodshot red, and just got through smoking, probably drinking too. I don't remember, so many years ago. But my eyes were bloodshot red. My mom asked me, Kevin, do you love yourself? And I said, of course I love myself. But it wasn't until years later when not even years later, probably within, a year, I began to understand why she said that, because I really didn't care about myself, I purposely did not wear seatbelts, in hopes that I'd get in a car accident and die. That's how sad it was. But now, today is a new day. Now I see the winner in the mirror. The question is, do you see the winner in the mirror? Do you see yourself as the winner? Stop thinking like a chicken and see yourself as an eagle, flying higher and higher and higher. And you can lift other people up. All right? So anyway, my name is King Kevin. I can go on and on and on. Because remember to feed your future, not the past. Because if you want to seek redemption, you can only seek redemption in the future. You can't seek it in the past. Blessed. I'm King Kevin Dorival. My website is www.kevindorival.com. Be blessed, be encouraged, and be you. Be the best that you can be. Peace.